Good morning, guys. Good morning. This is Spirit Journey. Today is Wednesday. Hello, Wednesday, and yes, sunrise just popped up. Yes, at around 5:36 a.m. this morning. Yes, right now it's 5:55 a.m. I want to do a quick video. I hope I can do it quick. Yes, I want to tell you all about a dream that I had. Yeah, oh yeah, today is 5/18/2022. I woke up earlier today, um, after 5 o'clock this morning, and I had a bizarre dream about a celebrity, someone that's in a researcher, a truth seeker researcher. It's been well for a while, been on this thing for a while, and I had a dream with this person in it. I have met this person in real life once, and my computer also was on, and that could influence my dreams. Yeah, my computer's right in front of me, and I'm downloading something right now. Yeah, so I had a dream that I was in a class, in an auditorium classroom, and I remember there was some dialogue with some young people that I was with, and I felt like a college student, and we sat down in the auditorium. It was one of those large auditoriums for in the colleges. And the seat that the people that I was with, they sat behind me, and I was sitting in this second seat from the front. It had like the armrest thing that you could ride upon, and it was broken. And then I had to like, wow, how do I fix this thing? And there was another apparatus that I can use for resting my arm upon. And then someone pressed a button on this equipment, and everything like could rise up in the air, and then it fold vertically. The items, I think they were part of the desks, and it could levitate up and then fold vertically to sit on top of the ceiling. It was just a detail in the dream that I remember. But shortly after sitting down, um, a young woman approaches me, and she stands right, her midsection right upon my body. She wanted me to get up. It was her seat. I think I do get up. It was a white female, young white female, and then something happens, and I think the people that I was, I sit somewhere else. I don't remember exactly, but I sit somewhere else. But in that moment, there was some melee going up in the front of the room, and me and some other people took a peek, and I think someone said, "Oh, why there's some aliens or something." So no, someone had to go in the room in the back. That's right. I mean, up in the front, and I think it might have been a family member. But something happens to them, and they said something was going on, and that's when me and some other people went, and I remember standing on my toes and trying to look above to see what was going on. At some point, we went forward, and we saw there were these beings. It was a backyard, and there were three beings. They looked tiny, like little people, um, but they like kind of chubby, like some of those babies, newborn baby, infant. But they weren't infant. They were like, I think one of them actually was supposed to be a child of the whatever species it is, and then the other two I think were adults. And they were brown, the little browner than me, and they had a funny shaped head. It was narrow, and it kind of like was tapered in the middle, so like almost like it flared out here and here. The forehead, the slightly what do you call it? Heart shape, slightly heart shape up here, and the crown. I mean, what do you call it? The hairline, and they had on clothes, but the light of their skin, their legs were showing and everything. I think one was an older guy, and I remember the one that looked kind of like an infant, and also on the face. The face was framed with this thin membrane that was maybe an inch in width, and it framed the whole face, and that was weird. And then I think go inside the classroom. I say, hey, there's these creatures out there, these ETs. And someone heard me, and it was that famous person. He said, oh, tell me more about this. So he brings me to the back of the room and to sit down, and he had this other a female friend, adult woman, sitting down, and she was just very like casual, just enjoying the moment. And he had put his arm around me, and I said, oh, kind of, awkward, I don't want your woman to think I'm coming on to you. Oh, it's okay. And she said, lady couldn't care less. And I think I didn't want to seem like old fashioned, whatever. But I felt uncomfortable, and his chest is going in my face, whatever, because it's like snuggle up like that to tell me to tell him. And I was describing what it looked like, and at some point I said it was brown in color, but a little bit more cocoa in color than myself. And I think the word cocoa triggered him. And even when I said it, it sounds kind of like sexual, possible sexual undertones. But I don't think I meant it to be sexual. But either way, realized in my spirit that might have been a trigger. And then he really started to, I think, come on to me. But at some point, I had to do something in his ear, something to wipe off something on him. And um, he follows me in the bathroom. Yeah, I had to go in the bathroom, and there were, again, a lot of people there, and the people, in my opinion, they look like they could have been from Africa, um, Africa or the West Indies. They had a different look than North American blacks, but that's what I felt that they were actually Africans of some type. They were shorter than me, and he says, "Oh, I want you to give me a kiss." I said, "I can't, do that." I felt uncomfortable, and for him to follow me in this room, because I thought it was just a little bit too personal, too forward. And I remember me saying something to him that, I'm not that type of person, I don't want to kiss you. I mean, I forgot her word, but I don't want to kiss him. I don't know you. And I mean, it looked like that particular person, that celebrity, his eyes. But he was just kind of, I don't know, I felt uncomfortable. And I tried to be very polite and, but no. And then next thing I remember, he started name calling me. So I think he used the B word at me. And, he's one of those type of guys, like, I hate to say it like this, those guys that when they get rebuffed, um, they start to mumble and say pejorative things about women, and that's how he's come across. And almost like he was in a stupor, like he was under some type of, chemical influence. And now he's seated down, and he just blah, blah, blah. And there was some people around me, a young man and a woman, and the guy, um, African-looking guy, says, young fellow though, collegiate age, like in his 20s, says, "Sir, are you okay? You're not acting. Are you okay?" Something like that. He says, and he's just still mumbling, and that's when his face changed. It was he turned like brown, and yeah, like he was someone else. But it was a brown skinned fellow, more caramel color. Oh, God, see, I use one of those terms again. But it's just, he looked a little, he wasn't the same person. The other person was Caucasian with blue eyes, and then he was turned brown, but not as brown as me, and he had like a little slight gap in the bottom tooth, and he's just, ugh. So why I share this dream is that I think sometimes in your dream world, your dreams could be invaded by um, spirits, whatever, that are all about trying to disguise themselves to look like someone that you may trust, and they want to take advantage of you sexually. Him from the very beginning, like, oh, sit next to me, and he had his arm around me, and I pulling me real close into him, and his woman is right in front. I assumed it was his woman. She had the same accent as him, and she couldn't care less what the guy was doing. But I felt uncomfortable. So it was a pretense, because he wanted to hear about the aliens or the ETs that we saw out in the garden, because he heard me say it, and so, oh, sit next to me, tell me about it. And I just thought, okay, he's a researcher, and he should probably want to hear about it, but he had ulterior motives. And when I rebuffed him enough, his true character came out, and his face changed into something else. What was really him? People could cloak themselves, and he had a slightly more roundish face, roundish, slightly squarish. It seemed puffy, and it was like a yellowish brown color. Um, someone older, like in his 60s, 50, maybe 60s. Yeah, he was an older person, and he sort of kind of looked familiar, but it was different. He had brown eyes. You know, he looked like a human, but I realized that sometimes your dreams could be, I think, your dreams could be invaded by beings, spirit beings that want to take advantage. They could pretend they're a relative or a famous celebrity that you may have liked, or someone that you sort of know of. You know, again, I'm not friends with this person that I thought he was. I mean, I only met the person once in a lecture, and that was very casual. But it was what was inside, and he wasn't genuine. And I did have my computer on, and sometimes when you have your electronics on, your computer's on, your mind is like a wave, you know, can pick up waves, maybe, you know, frequencies, and it could influence your dreams. So again, I don't know if that was what caused it, but things like this have happened before. But it spooked me out. I was scared, and because it seemed real, and he looked like the person that I knew, you know, when he was more normal. Yeah. So just be careful about your dream world. Um, be careful, because your dreams could be hijacked. So with that last note, yeah, this was a quick, because I have to go out now and walk my dogs. I just had to get that out of the way before I forget. Yeah, yeah. I often get dreams with. I used to always get dreams with auditoriums, being in an auditorium, and when I was a schoolgirl, very young, we always had to go to assemblies in the auditorium. So I guess it became a component in my dreams as an adult. So that's about it. Yeah, protect yourself and use discernment. And if something makes you feel uncomfortable, say no and walk away. Yeah, that's what I did when he started cursing, you know, saying bad things. I said, come on, let me just go. And I made a beeline out of there. Yeah, I was afraid they was going to follow me. Yeah. So yes, use your instincts. Okay. Take care. Hope you enjoyed this video. Give me the thumbs up, and enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. Bye bye.